Hello everyone, and welcome to Firebase Hydra, one of the two new free maps that got released to the Xbox Marketplace for Max Effect 3. And they're calling it, free DLC, whatever. I did kind of have to pay an extra $10 for some campaign stuff that should have been in the campaign anyway, but whatever. That's not important. What is important is that we are on gold difficulty against the Geth. We are using two infiltrators and two engineers, and right here we both kind of go down because I was trying to experiment if incendiary rounds would set off fire explosions with Inceinerate, and I was kind of trying it there and it wasn't working out. I have figured it out. It doesn't do fire explosions, but it will do tech bursts. But in case you were wondering why we both died right off the bat there, that's why. Sorry about that, but rest assured there will be a lot less deaths in the future, and we're going to show you how to effectively hold down the fort here, Firebase Hydra. We're going to have the engineers set up their decoy, of course, right there, and they did nerf the decoy, so it doesn't attract as many enemies now, but it's still very useful, and you don't really need a decoy, but like I said, it's just really helpful to have, because these Geth hunters and Geth rocket troopers can come at you so many at a time. But anyways, as for my specs, I have everything leveled up except for fitness. I don't have any points in that, and I have the rocket drone, because you can set up fire explosions with that. As you see, it's shooting Incinerate blasts out, and if it hits something with it, you can also use your own Incinerate and deal a whole lot of damage with a very satisfying fire explosion. But as you can see, we're kind of coming out of the room here, and we really shouldn't be doing that. It's really just safe to stay in here, hold down the fort. Having four people's combined firepower is just tears them apart, especially in these early rounds, and you can get through the early rounds real fast and get to the juicier later rounds with the Geth primes and the Geth pyros and Geth rocket troopers everywhere. So it looks like my teammate Orion, he's one of the infiltrators, he's using the Black Widow, and if you don't have a Black Widow or a Widow or anything, you can easily just use a Mantis or a Carnifex if you have that. You don't need a Widow. I see a lot of people using Widows and just playing absolutely terribly with them, because this game has a lot of view kick in it, because there's a lot of powers going off, explosions, missiles, rockets, biotic abilities, and all kinds of stuff that's going to be shaking your screen all over the place. So as for the one-shot sniper rifles like the Widow and the Javelin, I would recommend you steer clear of them, because even if you're a dead shot, real good sniper, the view kick in this game is just too random and too ridiculous to really be consistent with guns like that. So if you're gonna snipe, I would recommend using 3-shot guns like the Black Widow or the Valiant or the Viper or the Inceinerate. Those are all great guns. And if you want, I'll post some videos of me just stomping the crap out of silver with those with randoms. I got a lot of Mass Effect 3 videos, I'm just not sure if it's worth commentating all of them, because I'm not sure if a lot of people will watch these. It's not a very popular game because the AI in this game is pretty fucking ridiculous. The enemies in this game, I don't know, man, they're just really punishing, and even on the lower difficulties, like, you can get killed so fast, and it's kind of frustrating because all of your abilities, like getting yourself up or ammo packs, using rockets to take out the bosses, those are all consumable items, and you don't have an unlimited supply of them, and they don't get replenished every game. You gotta buy them, and that's why you earn money in this game. So pretty much the most common complaint I hear is that the enemies are too strong, which they are, honestly. They could definitely tone down the difficulty a bit, because the insta-gives, just getting killed out of nowhere, unable to revive, these Geth hunters showing up out of nowhere and numbers of 3 or 4 like that. That's why you need things like the decoy up or combat drones to kind of draw the fire away from you, kind of. Especially on the setup I'm using right now with no fitness points. I get killed real fast. But it works out, you know. Combat drone sets up tech bursts and draws fire away. I can set it up off in a corner somewhere, or I can cast it behind the enemies and make them turn around and stall for a bit. And look at this, the first hack is right here in the room. That's pretty lucky. Since this is the objective wave, you always want to have at least one infiltrator in whatever team you're using on gold, just in case you have to go get data centers or whatever, the 4 objectives placed around the map. In which case, if that were to happen, the other 3 players would stay right here where you are with the decoy while the infiltrator turns invisible and goes to get the objectives. And is very careful. If you're the objective guy, you gotta be careful, of course. Don't go gung-ho and guns blazing. You don't want to shoot at all. You want to be secretive and sneaky. Because I can't tell you how many times I've trusted a random to be the infiltrator with no mic, and I'm sure you know the rest. Anyways, so this hack is already done since we pretty much started in it. And we're gonna start working our way through the enemies. Look at that. Wave 3 we already got 11,000 credits. That's why you want to play gold. Bronze is just out of the question. Silver, you know, I play silver if there's no one else on and I'm just playing by myself. But other than that, you just really want to get good at playing gold so you can actually earn some money and some experience. Although honestly, experience-wise, going double unknown in silver, you can earn just under what you earn in gold with, you know, a set map and set enemies. But yeah, I mean, bronze, sure, play it when you first get the game so you can learn how to play, of course, but you just don't earn diddly squat for experience or money. Like, I've already out-earned bronze in wave 3, basically, just like that. So, but people always say, you know, oh, I don't have strong enough guns to do silver or anything. But I just want to say, you really don't need guns in this game. As you can see, I'm using a Carnifex, but I could totally be using, you know, what is it, the Predator 10, that's the most common pistol. I could totally just be using that and doing exactly what I'm doing right now, which is just spamming my powers. Powers are so strong in this game, and I play so much, and I hardly ever see people using them. I always see them using these crappity-ass guns. I wouldn't even recommend using a gun in this game until you have it upgraded all the way up to 10, or at least 9, just so you can have the cooldown time to use your abilities in whatever class you're using. Every single class's abilities are so good, I don't understand why anyone wouldn't use them. Anyways, I'm just kind of sitting here in this doorway. As you can see, they're all funneling into the drone, which I have at the back, and we're just lighting these guys up. There's really nothing they can do. Every once in a while, a hunter group or a pyro group will sneak up on us from behind, but it isn't too bad. You just need someone to be paying attention to the back, of course. So another piece of advice I want to give is only bring one weapon into battle. You don't need 2 guns. I see people with 2 guns all the time, and they only use one of them anyway. Because, I mean, having 2 guns drastically increases your weight, and your weight is your cooldown, of course. And you want your cooldown to be as quick as possible, just so you can spam your abilities as fast as you can. Even if you're not spamming them, you want to be able to use them as quick as possible for when shit gets real. And trust me, in gold, shit gets real all the time. So, you only want 1 gun, even if your cooldown is like at 190, because you're bringing in a phalanx and an SMG of some sort. SMGs suck dick. You shouldn't be using an SMG at all, ever. Except for the Geth SMG. Sorry, I take that back. That thing's awesome. So, it's wave 5 now. We should be start seeing our first Geth Primes anytime now. And you don't want to... You do want to focus down the Geth Primes, but if there's a whole ton of Hunters, you really want to work on them first. Or a whole ton of Pyros. Because you can take them down a lot faster than the Geth Prime, of course. But if there's only a few of those guys around and they're attracted by your decoy, then yeah, you want to work on the Prime, definitely. Because they'll walk up to your decoy and sometimes just ignore it and barrel on into the room that you're camping in. And it can be annoying when there's a lot of them, because they will stagger you with their pulse guns and 3-shot you. It's not very fun when it happens. Another thing the Geth Primes like to do is throw turrets through the walls and spawn little Geth turrets inside of your room. So you have to be careful about that, of course. See, I'm just able to spawn that combat drone back there, and if they don't immediately start shooting at it to take it out, then it starts hitting them with Inceinerates, and that's what you want. You want your combat drone out there shooting at them, and
this web takes forever.
Now, with the Solarian and his energy drain, you can set off tech bursts with overload, so that's why we're using 2 Solarians in the Human Engineer here. Human Engineer isn't all that great. Oh, and the Geth Prime kind of starts spazzing out here. Not sure what was going on, but he was still shooting at us, you know, right in our face, even though his gun is pointed at the ground. But there's another Geth Prime, so we're going to get inside of here because we got some bogeys approaching from... Oh, no we don't. Never mind. Alright, we got the objective wave coming up now. Hopefully it's nothing too difficult. Whoa, buddy. Watch out there. Oh, it's a hack. It's an upload. And, oh, it's right where it was last time. Right here in our camping room. So, that's pretty lucky. Hopefully you will get as lucky as we did. But if you don't, if it's targets... And if it's enemies' targets, you know, just let them come to you. You don't have to go out there and hunt them. They will eventually work their way into an area that you can shoot them. And, I mean, sometimes you'll get a rocket drone that just likes to stay in cover forever, and in which case your infiltrator will have to go out there and kill it, but it doesn't happen too often, and oh my god, I'm getting owned. Geth Hunters coming in. It can get pretty interesting. I mean, these upload missions. This is where we would want it to be, but all these hunters and pyros coming in at the same time, you really need to focus your efforts, like with your energy drains and overloads. You want to be sure that you're setting off the tech burst and getting maximum damage from it, or else you can get wiped out real fast, because they keep coming until the upload is complete. They'll just keep spawning forever. Pyros and hunters. And as you can see, since I don't have any points in fitness, I lose my shields pretty much one shot and go down to one little measly bar of health after another shot. So I have to be real careful. And unfortunately, if my teammates go... Oh man, we all went down. We just did a complete solid wipe right there. And whenever you wipe out like that, it's honestly better to just have all 4 of you use all of your metagels all at once, instead of having one guy revive and trying to revive the other 3, because you'll just get surrounded and overrun, and that's how you lose. So anytime all 4 people are down, just everyone really should revive at the same time. Just to make it easier, because it's only 1 meta gel, you'll get more. I mean, look at me, you can bring 5 into battle eventually. Of course, that's because I've bought a lot of Spectre packs, but hey, you know, that's what I get for spending a lot of time in this game. And just like that, it's Wave 7. More Geth Primes, more Geth Hunters. Oh my goodness. Looks like it takes about 3 rockets to take out the decoy, and they also shoot at the combat drones, so it stalls them. We have our infiltrator in that hallway. As you probably noticed, that hallway is pretty narrow, and they have a good long walk before they get into the doorway here, so he's just sniping them down before they get in. We have the Valiant and the Black Widow, probably. Yeah, we got those 2 in the other hallway, and then we have the 2 engineers over here in the tech bursts. So, rolling out there, you really don't want to do that too much. I don't know why I was doing that. This was the first time I played this map on Gold. It was Creeper8510 who came up with this idea. Well, I mean, he probably got it from somebody else, but he's the one who told us, like, yeah, just put it on Hydra, we'll go in this room, it'll be easy. So, yeah, good job, Creeper8510. You can see how effective rolling around is in this game. The classes that can't roll, like the Turians and the Krogans, I just don't really see any viable use for them in Gold, because you really need to be able to dodge like that, because in Gold you take too much damage and you die too fast if you can't dodge like that. Like, the fact that I don't have any points into my fitness really doesn't matter at all. No matter what, I would be losing my shield in 1 blast from that missile, or that Geth Prime shot, or even from a Geth Hunter shotgun blast. I mean, it really doesn't make that much of a difference when you take this much damage in Gold, so just keep that in mind. Alright, and just like that, Wave 7 is taken care of. Bring on Wave 8.
It's not an arc. Even though it's underpowered, I charge it to full max when I hit it. Yeah, it still doesn't even do that much damage. I got it on level 10 too. On 10.
Oh, but yeah, but it can be a lot there.
You hit the guy full blast.
Yeah. What I like about it mainly is the fact that it goes past the shield. Like if they have, oh yeah, they have like one bubble of shield up, and then you use it, it'll still go forward beyond the shield and the damage. The only threat that I know of does that. I have noticed though, I would always aim for the head, and I would think I get a headshot, but I don't get like the headshot more bonus thing. And like, no, I mean, I've used it in other maps and other areas that had like 75 kills. You're bound to get at least 5 headshots. 75 kills. I didn't get 5 headshots. I'm guessing, even though, I mean, I'm sure it still does like headshot damage and stuff. I don't think it lets you get the the obvious thing of it is not having.
Yep, those Geth Primes, they will 3-shot you. That's true, but again, even if I had put points into fitness, oh shit, there's a Geth Hunter in our grill. Sometimes they just sneak up on you like that. They just walk in and start lighting you up, and there's already like 2 of them inside of the room. It's just something you gotta be careful for. It's always helpful to have a Geth on your team with Hunter mode so he can call out Geth Hunters when they're coming in. Okay, so Wave 9 is usually the one that separates the men from the boys. If you can survive Wave 9, then you should have a good chance of getting through 10 and the extraction. Because Wave 9 is when they throw all of the primes at you, all of the hunters, all of the pyros, everything. Rocket troopers in the background shooting at you. That's really why you want to stay indoors, so you can stay away from those damn rocket troopers. They'll shoot 2 rockets at a time, and then another one will shoot 2 rockets at a time, and bam, you're dead right there. So, just gotta be careful. Stay inside, because that way they can still do it to you. They can still just insta-kill you, but at least someone will be able to revive you in a safe spot. That's the main annoying thing about playing with randoms is that when they run around aimlessly and expect me to go run out in the middle of the fucking danger zone and revive them. Like, no man, you should have been in a safer spot. Oh well, it's just how it is sometimes. So as you can, I'm not sure if you can hear us, but we're calling out where the Geth Primes are on each side because they're the priority. If a Geth Prime gets in this room, then we're boned. It'd be pretty bad, so we can't let that happen. Gotta kill each prime before it gets in here. See, look at that. Spawning the combat drone behind him, Geth Prime just whips around and starts shooting at it. He's not even having it. Because he knows I will set off those fire explosions. And I'm not sure where I heard it, but I'm pretty sure I heard fire explosions are the best explosions you can get. Or at least the most damaging ones. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be. Might actually be completely dependent on what abilities you're comboing. So whatever.
the harpoon gun, it reloads pretty darn fast.
Oh yeah, it does.
Okay, so here we go with Wave 10, and it is, oh boy, it's an upload, and it is on the exact opposite of the map. And that's never what you want to see, so this could get interesting. Let's see what we do. Obviously, all of the enemies have spawned right there, so I'm going to have to go around the long way.
The other way around, it's clear.
And this is a pretty small room, and unfortunately, those Geth hunters, they just come charging in, and in small rooms like this, they can be real dangerous, especially with a lot of pyros, so definitely want to get all 4 people in here as fast as possible and just get this shit over with. And you can totally see what I'm saying about how spamming powers is so much more powerful than using guns, like, because this is one of the classes you get right from the beginning of the game. I could just be or anyone who's level 20, or even, I think I was like level 18. I kind of got stuck on the wall there, but I managed to make it out alive. But yeah, anyone who's level 18 has a shitty pistol that has a low carry weight. I mean, as long as it's above 150, you should be good enough. You can totally do this. Granted, you have teammates who do have these other classes unlocked. But, yeah, and that's just like that. Wave 10 is done, and we're ready for extraction. Now, a lot of people like to hold down the fort for extraction, but I'm not sure if you already know this, but that's not really what you want to do. You kind of want to stay on the other end of the map for extraction and lure all the enemies, kind of kite them around. You don't really have to engage them at all, but you know, you can get a few extra points at the end. That's what you're caring about. Of course, if everyone's level 20, then kiting the enemies around would be the better option. Just kill all the Geth hunters as they charge in and keep the Geth primes walking around the map so that once you get to the actual extraction, your LZ isn't completely overrun with Geth pyros and primes, and you know, you just don't want that to be happening. So that's why we're going to hold down the fort here until probably the last 30 or 40 seconds, probably 20 or 30 seconds more like it. And then we're going to make a mad dash through the back hallway, because everything is covered until we get to that actual LZ, then we're exposed. As you can see, they're starting to get a little close, but they're almost dead. That Geth Prime's almost dead.
Alright, go, ready to go. I'm gonna throw up a decoy.
But we're just going to go anyway, I guess. Food for thought, if you were to shoot 5 random enemies with 1 bullet before the extraction and, you know, complete the extraction, those 5 enemies would die and it would count for a kill streak, because, like, at the very end of the game, all enemies die simultaneously, and the last person to have shot them gets credit for the kill. So, just in case you were wondering, that's an easy way to get a kill streak if you had already gotten 2 and were looking for your 3rd or whatever. But anyways, that is going to conclude this video on how to beat Firebase Hydra on Gold. And, you know, 30 minutes isn't exactly a time you want to be farming off of, but if you wanted to, you could totally farm off of this map if you're sick of fire-based white farming. So, alright. Hopefully you learned something, hopefully you found this useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
200.